Good morning, evening, whatever it is where you are, and welcome to Looking for Legends. We get nerdy, throw math rocks, and look for legends. Tonight, I'm joined by Caden, Will, Kelsey, and Kevin. Unfortunately, Grace is still unable to be with us, as lots of things are going on. So, we will be playing just the five of us once again, but we will go ahead and get into it. Before we start, I would just like to say that our content includes fantasy violence, social adversity, and some adult themes as part of the storytelling. The characters, events, and settings are purely fictitious, and any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or to real-world events is coincidental and unintentional. Your discretion is advised, as some themes may not be suitable for all audiences. By continuing with us, we ask you accept these elements and join in the community and game we all love. Thank you for being a part of our legendary journey. Would anyone like to discuss endeavors that they are partaking in?
Yeah, we got the Roll for Chaos show on YouTube. It's a live action web show that I do with some of my buddies. Each season, we focus on introducing a new game mechanic that switches up how the game is played. We always set it in a completely homebrew world. Season 1 was set in a flora-punk / steampunk world, and that clash of the two. The mechanic that we used is that I secretly DM'd 2 secret campaigns without the other knowing that the other was going on. They were set in the same world at the same time, their actions bleeding into the other campaign. And for the finale, we brought the two together to see will they become friends or foes. Check that out on my YouTube channel, The Roll for Chaos Show. Season 2, coming soon.
And I have a YouTube channel as well, known as It's the Lindies. My wife and I go on many an adventure, so we decided to vlog our experiences and bring fellow adventurers along for the ride. And so hopefully we can, from everything from just going out to eat at a fun restaurant all the way to traveling around the world. We're just gonna bring everybody along on the journey. So yeah, it's the Lindies on YouTube. Like, subscribe, come hang out.
And you can find me on Basics of the Game Twitch stream on Tuesday nights, I believe, is whenever we're streaming it. But we are playing 7th Sea, where our little collection of the Black Rose Society is currently trying to figure out why in the world we are being chased by undead every single where we go. I'm sure it has nothing to do with itself and Ice Hexenbuck, because it's there.
Which was German for...
I played Nicoletta. You can find me, Bell Comedy, at RevDMC on TikTok. There's also Dat Bardic Charm, Caustic, Darth Caustic, and there's one more player I know, and I'm going to go back for forgetting them. Rage Mouse. That's what it is. She's going to kill me if she sees this. Rage Mouse.
I will make sure to share that clip on as many different social medias as I possibly can and send it to all. I don't know any of the people that you're talking about. I mean, you're
going to make Garrity kill Nicoletta's.
All right. And I am Creator Bard on whatever socials I'm on. I've mostly moved everything here to YouTube, so you can look for me on TikTok, on Instagram, but I'm not typically there. That's mostly kind of auxiliary stuff at this point. All of my content is focused here on YouTube, so go take a look at that channel as well. Creator Bard. I do a bunch of storytelling stuff. That's really the heart of my pitch. Is I here, I want to teach how to tell stories that change the world. So that is. Oh, also, while we're here, let's very quickly just say that the Bard's Book of Characters is out. Big document full of stuff and such. Expert GM advice on creating NPCs that are engaging and that your players will want to interact with, as well as a random D20 table to roll up NPCs on the fly, and 50 free NPCs in the, well, I say free, like, I mean, it's in the book, you know, but 50 NPCs that are ready to drop into your games. So that's a crazy asset. It is on sale for the first 20 that are sold, I think is what I've said in previous videos. It's 20 or 25. But if you're interested in that, go check it out. I will link it in the description. With all that said, let's go ahead and get into it. Last session, a lot of things happened. A lot. I mean, yeah, you guys. I guess I should just say, in the last arc, you went looking for Rev's lost cousin, Kaelin, who you realized was undergoing a strange transformation, afflicted with some form of lycanthropy. Tracking her down to a group of hermits that didn't associate one with the other, you were able to talk her into not pursuing a life of solitude because she's not destined to only hurt people. She asked if she could stay with the caravan for a little bit, just until she could figure some things out. Min Eric, ever eager to help, was more than happy to oblige on this request. However, the very night, I believe, that she joined you in your caravan, she was taken by the crime syndicate that she had been investigating as part of the city guard. Tracking her down through your various ways, you found the entrance to the lair of this crime syndicate. Finding your way to its leader, you were able to convince him to release her in exchange for a form of alliance, specifically Salvi. This was your workings. Creating alliances with, how did you say it, foreign dignitaries on behalf of House Lemaire? Yes, got it right. Monsieur Lemaire. I had to. I'm a Les Mis nut. Okay.
Why do you think I named the character such?
Right? Upon making your way back to where the caravan was camping, Douthie had... well, he made good on his word and encouraged Rev to make good on theirs as well. With that, the evening took you, and Nir Khan awoke at some point in the night to the head of a were-rat he had pledged to kill. After a restless night for Nir Khan, and hopefully a more restful night for the rest of you, Salvi, you wake in the morning and notice something tucked into your tent. A note, as it were.
Oh.
Do you engage with this note?
Yes, she's set up to read it.
Absolutely. I'm never really sure with Salvi. She's very she's an odd duck, which is why we love her.
You have no idea.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You open the note, and sort of scratched on a piece of parchment, you see, "You're capable. I'd like for you to accomplish one thing for me. Reward will be thorough. Messenger to Sirion lost. Find them or discover where they went missing. Send word. You'll know how when the time comes. No need to disturb your travels. It's on the way." Signed with 2 daggers.
Taps the little plate that's right at her collarbone, tucks it in, puts it back. Noted.
The rest of you, as you wake, what do you all do?
Josh, did we want to do the thing that we talked about a while ago?
I think we could. We could at least introduce it, and then we could say that it happens over the next few days, as preparations are made to leave.
Cool. Well, then in the morning, Nirkan leaves.
Nirk, I was. Oh.
He just goes into town for a little bit.
She's gonna go hang out.
Shopping.
He's gonna do some shopping.
Of a sort.
Dalthie will wake up. There's a moment of like he gets out of his little box and he sort of has that hunch to where he is sort of the silly one, as it were. And he sort of like stretches and just that was interesting. Where is morning, Serena?
Good morning. You seem to have come back to yourself.
Yeah, there it was, what was it? My head was splitting. I had a purpose and it aligned with the others. And it was as if we were driving the vehicle together. Does that make sense? But like, now he's tired, so here I am.
Makes sense, but it is worrisome that you would have the same purpose.
I know. All I could think of was trying to save. Was it Kaylin? Was that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I could think of. That's all I wanted to do, because it's what I said I was going to do. And everything sort of went blank, and I came to, and I was just very angry. But nonetheless, now we're good. For a moment, at least. Yeah. Morning.
Morning. I guess we should find out if there is any news from the others.
I'd personally love that, yes. Where's that big one?
Stark.
That one, yes, Stark. Yes.
I believe I saw him just that way.
Perfect. I'm going to I'll go talk to him.
And she'll join you, if that's amenable to Dalthie.
Oh, absolutely. As he starts walking away, he's sort of like his hand sort of like does a little like, come on.
Okay.
El Toro is doing some training, right now after the events that happened, and he felt like it was a failure, especially on his part. And the thoughts of talking to Chanticleer, he's a little stressed out. So now that he's gotten his stuff from his little shopping excursion, he put on his new bracers, little wristbands, and he is just basically shadowboxing a wall. And as they're walking up, he's just throwing punches, and all of a sudden you just see him activate the blasters, and he just punches right at the wall 10 feet away, and this big sonic boom of a fist hits the wall. Ah!
What did the wall do to you?
It looked at me funny.
Guess walls have eyes.
And he is. I see you're the charming one today. How are you?
You think I'm charming? That's so
I
sweet.
do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Uh,
How are you?
I was just totally fine. We're making progress. Got some items that might benefit us in future combat, possibly, if I figure out how to use them correctly. What's new? What's new with you? Which one are you? How do I refer to you again?
It's always Douthy.
It's Douthy. Okay. I just, I didn't know if you had different names.
No?
Okay. I'll take it. Douthy, how are you this morning? And
Serena.
Serena. Sorry, I'm terrible with names.
It's okay. She actually had to remind me of yours.
Yeah.
Only by what you, because I know you as Mr. Toro. Is that correct? Or are you Stark?
Okay, so just for clarification, El Toro is my stage persona. My real name that I've been given as a child that I go by is actually Bova Stark. That's my name.
Bova Stark.
Most people don't know it because, when the persona comes out, I stay in character for a good while. Whichever character that needs to be.
So there's a different character for El Toro, depending on the situation?
Depending. Sometimes for the show, sometimes I like to be the crowd favorite, and sometimes I need to be the heel, as they say. So,
I'm sorry, I'm not a performer myself. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm grateful for your energy nonetheless, and it does bring us joy. So thank you for that.
And I'm grateful for your swordplay and your feralness at times. It's beneficial. I think everyone brings something special to the table, and just want to make sure that I keep bringing something to the table.
Well, I'm pretty sure none of us would be here without you. So far, you've really helped us out of a bind in a lot of those situations. Mir Khan, he's a glorious warrior. I can see the inspiration in him to be such a fearsome leader. Fearsome being a word I don't use lightly in that case, but
He, even compared to my stature, I feel that he stands tall. His persona and the way he carries himself, I am jealous of in a way.
Well, everyone's taller than me, so
I mean, that's fair, and I'm taller than most. But the way, like I said, the way he carries himself, a jealousy, I think, is the. I'm happy that he's with us. He brings something to the party that is more.
That's odd to hear, because it seems as though he hasn't really finished any of the enemies.
See, no, that is exactly what I was going to say. That is exactly it. That he's this leader.
He sets them up and I knock them down.
Yeah,
That's
and
how
that's
leaders work. He
that is-
chips away at their life points, and I just, just clothesline a guy, and oh look, he's dead. Okay.
That's what I was getting at. It's more or less that like I just wasn't able to finish my compliment for you because I got all misty eyed about our our fishy friend, as it were. But you deliver a finality to our situations that is, in my line of work, something that we hope for to come by as quickly as possible, and you make that happen. So thank you for not letting our group sort of sit in those battlefield moments. Hopefully it stays that way. I doubt it, but we'll see. We'll see. What are you doing for breakfast? Or did you already eat? What do you work out first and then eat?
Normally work out on an empty stomach, and then I go and eat about 4 dozen eggs and oatmeal that I've had sit overnight, steel cut oats, strawberries if available. Just trying to stay, fit, ready.
Fair. 4 dozen eggs?
Quail eggs, they're small.
Oh, no, that makes sense, actually. Okay. I may be able to do 2 without vomiting, but I don't know. Well, yeah. Anyway, shall we go eat?
Sure thing. Lead the way.
All right, perfect. Where's Salvi? Is she around?
She's by the fire, like not far from y'all. She's just
tea.
She's over there.
Please, I need a nice cup of tea.
Oh, that does sound delightful.
all right. And she'll pull out the little, way too fancy for our current circumstances tea service and hand everybody a glass.
Excellent. Hey, quick question. Where's old Bluegills?
Where it happens to be our aquatic Argonaut.
We need to angle that fish.
Ah.
I don't know how to do this. I'm sorry. I'm basically just a demonic hunter. A hunter of the demonic. That's what I meant. Freudian slip. I don't know who that is.
Who is Freud? Yeah.
Sorry, a Phrygian slip.
Yes, the psychologist Siegfried.
Right. They train tigers.
I'm sorry, what was it you were saying? My dogs went nuts at the time you asked.
Oh, where's old Bluegill? Has anybody seen him?
I saw him go into town a little while ago. Did anybody hear when he was going to be coming back? I had questions for him.
Was he the one with the sending stone? I don't remember.
No, that's me.
You send people stones?
No, it's a stone that has the spell.
Oh, you mean the kid? Yes, I'm sorry. Look, going in and out of these things, I miss pieces here and there, so it's context that I end up missing out on, so my apologies.
Selby kind of she turns to Stark and goes, "Oh, he's the nice one today."
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's more delightful than normal and less feral.
Nice and more delightful. These compliments, keep them coming, please.
The other ones tend to be stressful, but still useful in their own right. One I feel wants to bite me, and one I feel wants to fight me. So there's.
To be fair, I think he wants to fight and bite everyone.
It's very much fair. That's why this This one is less. This is going to be a good day.
Well, to be fair, this is me. This is who I am. This is who I was before. This is what hopefully I'll be after.
This is Dalby Zero. Okay, this is all right.
After?
Original Douthie.
Mm.
Yes.
You said after. After what?
Well, great question. I don't really know how to describe it, but like, no, I do know how to describe it. You know, Kaylin and her lycanthropy, right?
Mhm.
There was a moment of wanting it to be gone, right?
Mhm.
I want to still be me, but I'd like certain things precisely, if not surgically, removed.
I don't imagine it's very fun having multiple drivers in one vehicle.
No.
We'll see what we can do.
Sure.
What? I thought this was something you did with companions, was offer to help. Am I wrong?
No, you are right. It is my hesitancy for your help that is just it's just a simple hesitancy of it's a matter of trust,
Oh,
and I'm not fully there yet.
understood.
I'm learning so much. All right, I'll need to remember that I just need to speak far more direct. So
Avoid idioms. They're very confusing for her.
I've never fought those.
I like the term "lend me your ears." She might actually throw them at you.
Well, this one doesn't come off. The other one does, though.
No. You don't need to. No, it's an idiom. It's
Oh, turn a phrase. I
turn
got
of
you.
phrase. Yes.
Dalthea goes. He gestures to your book or your little like journal, and he goes. He goes. May I just hold it for a moment?
On
Trust.
fire.
Not there yet.
Dang, I was just going to flip it over and say that I turned a phrase. All right, now I'm hungry, so let's pretend that didn't happen
Why
and
does
move
that
on.
make you hungry? I don't understand.
I'm avoiding the subject. The tension that I'm feeling right now, I don't want to feel this. We're moving
Stress eating.
on.
Okay, so how long is Nircon in the city before he gets back?
You don't see him return today.
Damn.
Hmm.
Do we want to fade to pink and deal with him?
Fade to pink.
Oh no.
What members of the caravan have we not spoken to?
That's a great question. I sent y'all a list.
Did.
Approximately 5 months ago.
Approximately like 3 months ago.
Yeah, it was not that long.
I don't know. I'm bad with time, so.
Yeah, me too.
It's been a hot minute.
It sure has. Was that in the general?
I
Did you
don't
pin it?
so.
We'll just cut this.
Yeah.
Fantastic part about editing is if you can take these awkward lulls.
Oh, yeah. It's in general. Oh, shoot. It was a while ago. It was November 18th. So, you
Damn.
talked to Min Eric. You vaguely talked to Lyra, Dalthy. You've talked to Rev. I think it was. I think Bova briefly talked with Yara. Salvi kept her speech with Crawl. No, was it?
Farron.
Yeah, Farron. Very, very brief. There is Krallis, Ren, Merrick, Nessa, Bray, and Ina and Tova, which are twins. That was the list of the ones that I gave you.
Can I talk to Krallis?
Yeah, absolutely. You would have seen Krallis around. A broad-shouldered human with weathered features, missing one eye, and an aura of quiet strength. He carries a large sword slung across his back and walks with the gait of a soldier long removed from duty. You find him at the current moment in a sort of meditation. He does not notice you approaching.
Can I? Oh goodness. I don't wish to startle him. I just wish to make my presence known, essentially. So I think what I'll do is just sit in a meditative stance as well, like across from him, like and just like leaving my footsteps soft and making sure that I don't startle this individual.
Sure. Yeah, a couple seconds go by after you sat, and his eyes kind of crack open. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come up. Krallis at your service. What can I do for you?
Delphi, at yours. I see you have a sword. Are you a warrior?
Well, the ladies always said wasn't my best sword, but yeah, I used to be.
A mercenary, maybe?
No, I once served in an army under well, my warring days are behind me. That's why I'm here.
That's fair. Are you running from something, or what so you served, you're here. Do you wish to put your skills to the test, or do you just wish to put it down?
I think it depends on what you have in mind.
Well, more or less, I'm just asking because, like, I've seen you, and well, I know we've done a lot to help. I know we can't mind our business. It seems like you can. My curiosity more or less lies in the ability for you being able to ignore it, or is it just that we have it covered, so therefore you haven't wanted to help out, or is it a fear in lifting the sword? And also, if this conversation is far too deep for 10 in the morning. I understand, but I don't get to have these conversations too much these days.
I don't mind the conversation. Had plenty of them when I was serving, you might say. But there's usually some chemical agent involved in those discussions.
You mean ale, I assume?
Among other things. But yes, I like I said, my fighting days are behind me. I keep it because I keep it for worst case scenarios. I can mind my business long as my business can mind me.
And that's totally fair.
Is it? I don't know what I just said.
You did. To be honest with you, I think you did great with the explanation. And that's all there is to it. That's all I really need to know.
Well, I'm doing my best, so.
Perfect. The next time something happens, would you be willing to join a fellow swordsman in maybe keeping everyone safe? I don't need you to run into the front line, but I've got a lady here who's pretty important to me, and knowing that she's safe, well, it would mean everything to me.
I can't say I'll run out and join in any fray, but if anything comes into the caravan, I'll lend my sword. I got a vested interest in seeing everyone make their way.
Glad to hear it. Well, thank you. And again, I'm sorry that I got real deep with you too early. I'll leave you be to your meditation. I gotta go find this. Have you seen the fish man?
Oh, yeah, he's about this tall. As weird, scaly manfish. What's his name anyway? Greg or something?
You ever drank Vegas from the tree? No, his name is Nia Khan. He's an incredible warrior. Assuming he can
Bit of
finish
a
fight.
tiger.
The what?
What's what we used to call warriors? Tigers.
Oh. I believe a tiger fish is a thing. Tiger shark.
No, never mind. His name reminded me of a different. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, cheers, mate. And I'll get you some more of that chemical stuff later on. We'll have more.
Yeah, next time you want to come talk that deep, we should have something to facilitate it.
All right. Cheers.
Yeah.
Toodaloo.
He just kind of like looks a little confused at what just went on, but kind of, all right, I'll vibe with it, and goes back to meditating.
Could I have Salvi go try to have a quick conversation with Rev?
Absolutely. Yeah. And Rev would kind of be Kalen is still with Rev. And Rev is watching Kalen like a hawk. Like very, very mother hen over Kalen at the moment. But she sees you approach. Salvi. Well, Matt,
I had a quick question for you. You're the seeker of this caravan, correct?
I have been called a seeker before.
Wonderful. What does that mean?
It's how I introduced myself when I came to the caravan, and it just kind of stuck. I'm seeking, well, a few things, but namely, I think they'll all be found in Takakal. So, yeah, it's just, it's nothing official. I just told Min Irik that he asked me what I what I was and what I wanted, and I told him I was a seeker. I thought it was very deep at the moment, and now having the name stick, it feels very silly.
Well, it's only silly if you don't make use of it. I have need of help. Would you be interested?
Well, I mean, I don't know how I couldn't. I'm very much in your debt, all of you, you and your companions. But yeah, what do you need?
That's right. And she'll go over with Rev not the full details of the note she got, just the name that she's supposed to be looking for, and that they're a lost messenger. Not necessarily who all that's from. Just
Sure.
I need help finding this lost messenger of Syrian, I believe is what it is. I'm sitting here looking at my poorly scrawled note.
Syrian is a town, I think. Maybe a day's journey on our path.
Well, perhaps, actually, now that I think of it, Kaylin, you might be able to help me more with that.
Yeah, I know Syrian.
Well,
What-
once we get there, would you be interested in helping me?
Syrian's in a bit of a bad place, if I recall. We've tried to send word there a couple times, and, well, we were informed that the messenger couldn't get through the siege.
So there's a regular occurrence of disappearances there, then.
No, the messenger returned to us. Must not have been as stupid as the messenger that person sent.
She kind of takes a minute at that a little bit.
Yeah, you can giggle. It was funny.
She just shakes her head. Neither here nor there. I have need of finding this person. I would be very interested in your help.
Sorry, which of us?
Both of you, if you're both willing.
Well, like they said, I'm also in your debt, so
That's right.
yeah, it is right. We'll help.
Wonderful. Thank you. She'll kind of stand there awkwardly for another moment and bye. Turn around and leave.
What just happened? I don't know. But we owe a debt. Yeah, we do. Okay. and they go back to doing what they were doing.
I will not apologize.
No. I, as the DM, loved that. It's fantastic. They had no clue how to react. Okay. Nirkan, give me a survival check to track.
That was an 11.
Okay.
Where did you go?
You did not.
And
You did not
things
return
last
today. You did not return today, but you pick up what might be a trail. Is anyone else doing anything over the next couple days while Nirkan is on his endeavor?
When things get a little quiet, Bova is going to try to talk to Chanticleer.
You can certainly try to talk to Chanticleer.
It's fine. We're both just not there. So
Okay. He sees you and he begins tapping something.
sorry, I do not speak semaphore, so I'm not.
Right. Right.
Peter. I was wondering if I could have a moment of your time.
A moment and nothing more.
It's very fair.
kidding you.
You read fortunes or something to that extent. Bless you.
Nods his big beaked head.
I was wondering, I'm not sure how much you charge, but I was wondering if I can get a little looky-loo in my future and past.
What do I charge? I charge.
I don't know if that crystal helped or anything that I gave you. I don't know.
Nothing?
Sure.
What do you think is fair?
Whatever would benefit you. I don't know if you currently need coin, or I could buy you your own personal sack of grain, since you seem to be so fond of it. Just
I require. I require stones with writing.
got this.
Writing.
Stones with writing.
Symbols. The symbols. The symbols.
Are we talking like a magical item? Maybe a tablet? Like a rune stone? What are we? Hey, a tablet. The rune stone.
Not quite. Not quite. Many.
You require many. This is probably going to be difficult since I'm having, an awkward conversation, but I will do what I can to get you a set of rune stones, depending on what you need them for, because I assume rune stones do different things. I'm no magician.
Not magic. Something helpful to me.
I think you need rune stones of protection since you are being hunted.
And he begins to scratch shapes in the ground, like in the dirt. You see like small, like ovular shapes with each a symbol inside it. He draws 5 or 6 of them and then points with his foot.
Bova's going to pull out his little diary, and he's just going to draw out each one of those. So hopefully he can come across someone that can help him.
They help me see.
Oh, so you need that first.
Not quite. But it helps. Payment.
On my honor, I will try to find a majority, if not all, of these rune stones the next time we are able.
A set.
A set, the full thing, all 5, the full shebang.
And he just kind of gives this look like, more or less.
Cool.
What was it you were asking about? Again?
Are we alone?
I would say yes. Yeah.
Daldy's just there, like.
Just force choke him from across the way.
Sorry, I wasn't here narratively at all.
Mostly just 2 things. Where is Malcolm?
One second. Okay. He grabs hold of his holy symbol, the symbol of Astera. And he begins to mutter words. The voice is the exact same as when he has cast spells before. And you would have seen him do a couple minor things at this point. It's always the same voice. It's one of the only things that he says, always in the same voice. His eyes go alight. The space in your immediate vicinity seems to almost grow slightly darker. He looks straight out, like past you, almost as if he's looking through you, Bova. Frantically looking around as if he were lost and is trying to orient himself. An office. Beautiful decorations. Lots of gold.
That's new.
Strange looking feller. To his right. But to his left. Contracts. Always the contracts.
Okay. Can you see any of the writing on the contracts? If you can just see if my name is on the contract.
All I saw. was the bull? Who is the bull? Is it you?
More than likely it's me, because he never referred to me by my name.
Not a very pleasant guy, huh?
Well, he didn't feel that my type deserved a name.
You get 3 more questions. No. 2 more questions.
Okay, so he's in an office, probably in his caravan. Gold, that's new. Contracts, more than likely mercenaries out to kill me or capture me again. Does screw Malcolm. Is Melissa happy with the path I'm taking?
His head sort of, like his gaze sort of drifts up. She wishes you the best. Path? The path? Your path is yet to be decided.
That's typical of her. Always glass half full. I don't know what my last question should be. Are my friends in danger of Malcolm?
His gaze goes far. Farther than you've seen it thus far. For close to maybe 2 minutes. Then he snaps back into it. His eyes go dark. And he just says, retrieve the bow. Kill the others. You know that voice. How he heard it, you have no clue. But you know that voice. Retrieve the bow. Kill the others.
Well, that would be my three. Thank you, Birdman. Not sure what else I can ask, what you can tell me, but I greatly appreciate it, and on my word, I will find you the set of runes.
Set. And he just kind of nods and goes to doing more of what he was doing, not stealing grain.
And if at any time you can send him a message from me, using my voice. I'm the one that will be hunting you, father-in-law.
Well, that sounds a little frightening.
It's all he deserves.
If you say so.
Okay, so thank you. I will try to figure out this rune situation.
Ah! Had to slip one more in there.
Yep.
I'm gonna fry this bird. I swear. I gotta make some fried chicken out of this bird. I'm not even joking.
Caden. Or should I say Near Khan? Make me another survival check.
17.
Ooh, much better. The next day, you were hot on a trail. You see tracks leading out the other side of the city. You see a strange fluid that reminds you of spider's webbing, sticky to the touch. Sort of white, translucent color. I mean, gray, translucent color. It's not warm, so you imagine you're quite a bit behind this whatever creature left it. But this is the trail.
If anyone in the city, I'm talking, passersby or whatever, were to see Near Khan, you would just see an individual who's moving with such purpose and such determination that the world around him doesn't seem relevant enough. He just moves and is completing an objective at this point.
Okay. All right. I would like, first, is there anything anyone else wants to do? We got our shopping done. We got our reading done. Actually, I would like to say, El Toro, as you go looking for rune stones, you do find, showing a couple vendors and shopkeepers the pictures that you've drawn, you do find that what Chanticleer was asking for was a set of what Kevin is holding.
Okay. I'm not sure what these do, but a friend of mine is in great need of these. If I could possibly purchase them, that would be delightful.
Yes, they are used for divination and such other practices as this, determining the will of... he kind of sarcastically says, the will of the gods, as if such a thing truly exists these days. Or otherwise, the meaning of the universe, as if such things exist these days. That said, yes, by all means, I have many sets for purchase. Take your pick. We have a sunset. We have a set we presume was once held by warriors of the elven people. Yeah, well, I say warriors. I, of course, mean mages. What warriors they are. And I believe that came from the islands in the forgotten depths, or whatever it is that the vulgar crowd are calling it these days.
You know, let's get exotic. Let's go with the islands one. He did me a solid, so that's the least I can do.
Very well, very well. That will be 7 gold.
Oh, fair, fair. How about can we I don't like the number 7. I don't like odd numbers. Can we do 6?
Give me a persuasion check. The DC will be rather low, so
15 plus 3, 18.
okay. Well, I think that could be arranged. Yes, I'd let them go for 6, as I said, and not any real consequence in these times, the firmament being destroyed and whatnot. Only memories remain of the days when the gods had any real effect. So yes, take them.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate your hospitality and your guidance. I'll be on my way.
I'm curious. Pardon my curiosity.
Okay.
But what need could a friend possibly have for such mundane device as this?
I think he's a hobbyist, honestly. I've seen him practicing with tarot cards, the bones. I think he's just trying to add this to the repertoire for
A
being
collector?
I think he's trying to go for the gypsy motif. So I'm here to, like I said, he did me a solid. So this is one of the few things I've heard him ask for. So in passing, I figured I'd pick it up for him. He doesn't really like to shop.
Very well. All right, on with you, unless there's more you want to buy.
No.
And as you walk away, you kind of, you hear him kind of kicking himself. Could have gotten more. A hobbyist, a collector. All right. Nir Khan, I would like one final survival check from you. And this will decide whether you're with the caravan when they leave.
The dice are not with me today. That's a 3. It's tough. It's tough.
The caravan is packed and ready to go. Min Irik approaches you all. Now here's the thing. I really gotta get these people going. We gotta get to Tucker Cove. You think he's gonna be showing up here in the next? Any hope of him turning up again?
Salvi. I vaguely remember something along the lines of making friends somewhere in the dark.
Yes.
Are we able to tap into that somehow? And maybe find a location of our friend, which I have a feeling has to do with an animosity that I recall. I can't see specifics. It's hard to come by. Like looking through binoculars with one eye. But nonetheless, we don't think he would have chased something, do we?
Knowing Near Khan, that's entirely probable. He followed the Drider off the edge of the dock into the water. 1 minute. And she opens her shirt just the tiniest little bit, clicks open a small section on her collarbone, pops open, and out pops a sending stone. Tap, tap, tap. Hello? Tap, tap, tap.
I don't know
Hello?
how this thing works, so
Who has the other one?
We can't find our friend Near Khan, the fish man that you met several days ago. Have you seen him?
I have heard whispers of a fish chasing the one I sent to retrieve your friend Caitlin.
Oh dear. This is why I wish he hadn't left. There's things I can't account for in negotiations if I don't know them.
It's okay. It's okay. He's not in any danger. Because if he was fighting something right now, I'd be compelled to kill it for him.
that was unprecedented. I'm
Flawless.
so. So do
But
we
she'll
have
relay the information that she wants.
so do we have a location?
Would you happen to know whereabouts the last place you heard of him being seen was?
If he is following the Drider, he will likely be finding his route toward the entrance to the Underdark.
Oh, that doesn't
There's
sound
one
bad.
north of here.
Hey, look, Salvi,
What's wrong?
are we sure? I don't know what to do.
Well, do we mean to leave him?
Well, if we leave to find him, won't the caravan leave without us as well?
Min Eric, where is?
Yes, child.
Where's the next place that you're wishing to get to? What is the route?
Well, I believe we're going to.
That's right.
He
Get that
pulls
out.
out a map and kind of begins to look. My props.
Perhaps.
Well, I think we're gonna pass by Sirion. Although, from what I hear, we probably shouldn't stay there for very long. And on to one or two, well, probably one more village before we get to Garthan. Garthan is a lovely place. I think you'll love it. Yeah, but that's the next major stop is Garthan.
How many days travel?
Well, about a day's travel to Sirion, then another day or two at most to the next village in between, and finally 2 more days to Garthan. So a total of about 5, depending on how long we stay in each place.
And
Excellent.
that's for travel for the whole caravan, not for on horseback. Meaning that we might be able to travel a little bit faster than the whole group to catch up.
Caravan
So
normally
yes.
goes at a steady pace.
You got you got to my thoughts faster than I
Y'all
did.
gonna be diverging from the path,
Well,
taking
My-
that
my
road
first
less
question is-
traveled, making all the difference.
my first question is, Bova, can you even ride a horse?
I mean, I can
The horse might
ride.
be riding him.
Easy now.
No,
Nay.
I don't mean the. No,
I mean,
I just meant.
You've been full of innuendos, so I wasn't sure.
That was an innuendo.
Might have been.
I don't know whose end it went in, but my question still stands.
I would have to possibly upcharge to a war horse for me to fit, or we get 2 horses in a cart, or we hoof it.
Was that a joke?
No.
So,
Was that a question?
whereabout are you all intending to be gallivanting off to?
Well, I don't exactly know how far this location is, but nonetheless. Salvi, do you know? Did he give you a? Did he say which direction it was in?
He said it was the entrance to the Underdark. I believe from here that I don't know that she would know this off the top of her head.
He's been so lost. It's just around the corner.
It's Okay. Maybe we can ask around. Maybe somebody would know.
Ooh,
Min,
maybe I could fight more Duragar.
have you been talking to people? Do you know of any weird entrances, dark places near here?
Well, I know there's a place just to the north called the some people call it Gates of Hell. Some people call it Doors of Death. Either way, not a place you want to be finding yourself.
Unless it's what you do for a living.
Child, I think there's some things we need to discuss about what you do for a living, if that's what you mean.
Men.
What's up? It's
Sorry,
arguable that
Salvi, I
doors.
didn't mean to cut you off, please.
No, I'm just confused because it's arguable that an occupation of Doors of Death would be very beneficial to this caravan, being half the purpose we're even here, seeing as how we saved a child the first night we were in here.
I'm so sorry, I was typing something. What?
She's just making an argument like, what do you mean if that's our business? Of course that's our business. That's the whole damn reason we're here.
Well,
Not mine, of course, y'all's, I mean, pointing to
what you do and what you do for a living, that's 2 different matters.
I think I would expect him to look for me. And I feel that he would. So if I can lend a hand, then I'm at least going to. Yeah, I'm assuming we don't have, the caravan doesn't have horses to spare. It's okay if we don't. Serena and I have.
We could probably scrounge up 1 or 2, but it would be on the goodwill of those in the caravan. You see, I don't own a horse, and the horses that are here don't belong to me. But I'd let you make a persuasion check for it.
It might take a few days, but if you let me make the persuasion check, I can maybe have someone from my lady's manor send something.
Well, that's all well and good. You could try, but we do have to be getting on. You'll be waiting a couple days here without us.
I say, dude, I'm poor. I'm sorry. So I am asking Salvi and El Toro, what are you willing to make a purchase? And if not, again, that's okay. Serena and I are more than comfortable with borrowing somebody's who doesn't need it.
Well, let me check with the caravan, see if anybody got some to spare.
If all else fails, I like Salvia's idea, but have them send a wagon and a couple horses for us to the next town. We rent here, find our wet warrior, retrieve him, bring the horses back because it's a rental, and then make our way to the next town and just beat feet back to the caravan.
Yes.
So you do or don't want me asking if anybody got some to spare?
We'll rent horses. Don't worry about it.
I would rather not endanger any of your property.
Well, he said he didn't own a horse.
It's not my property.
The people of the caravan.
Oh, yeah, they're not my property either. That's part of what we're trying to get them out of.
You're right. He's right. I'm gonna hit him, but he's right.
We'll rent horses. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right, well, you do what you think's best. We got to get moving. All right, everybody, let's get going.
So we'll meet them in the second city, was it? Or village?
I have to stop in Syrian.
So that's the first one then. Okay, then I guess
We have today to find him in that case, because they'll be there in a day, he said.
all right, so much for practicing my swordplay. I'll beat his ass when I find him. All right, so I guess onward it is. Right,
Yep, let's go find a stable and get some rentals.
Stop asking the negative modifier players for persuasion, please.
Okay. So you find a stable, and there's a large burly man that seems to be the owner of the stable and the keeper of the horses. Hey, who are you? What do you want?
Hello, paying customers.
Hi, lady.
We need horses.
I have 4 white horses.
Anybody want a peanut?
How much to rent the horses for a
That's-
day?
One.
Do we want horses in a wagon?
Oh yes, and a wagon.
The wagon's for him, right?
Mm.
Sure.
Very well. Okay. This will also be edited. Give me a second. Let me let me just look it up.
Just looking around the place, does it seem like it's a little worse for wear?
I mean, it seems like lower end of average for stable.
She'll put 20 gold on the top of the counter. Will this suffice?
Apparently not in 5th edition.
What?
A riding horse costs 75 gold.
Since when? To rent?
What about to rent?
Oh,
Yeah,
to rent.
I was about to say
That's
to
right.
rent.
You are renting. So I'm gonna say half that. How long are you renting? How long are you renting for?
One day?
Or are you going to add insurance on this rental?
Man,
I don't like the way you asked that.
Just
And
for one day.
I suppose you are of the proper age. We won't need to have a young rider's fee added onto that.
Define age.
I was gonna say, listen, I'm only 3.5 feet tall. I'm not a child.
We'll take the
No, okay,
horse
so
booster seat.
for renting for a day, I'm gonna say that it would be I'll call it 10 gold for each horse rented. And I'll say 5 gold security fee, just as kind of a, even if you take off with him, at least he's got something. So a total of 15 gold for each horse. The 5 will be returned to you when they are returned.
Salvi, I went shopping. I only have 80 gold left.
What are you worried about? She's just dishing the money out onto the counter.
Where did you get money?
I am a dignitary. What part of this have you been missing this whole time?
Also, she knows where to place her bets.
All right, so that's 45 gold total, you said?
How many horses are you getting?
Well, that's a good... Oh, wait, no. Because Serena...
You said 4. Serena and I will ride together.
Yeah, I think those two, because he's
well,
like
that's why I
3
said
feet tall.
3.
Are you getting one for Near Khan? Is what I'm asking.
Oh, no. Nircon can ride with me on the way back.
One for each of you, and one for the lady.
Hi, lady.
Stop that.
Sorry, I meant the warrior.
No, Nircon can share a horse with me on the way back. I'm light. I don't take up much room.
Okay, cool. So, 3 horses, then yes, 45 total gold.
Davi will actually like walk up to you and be like, "Hey, as you're giving him money, can you do me a favor? Just put an extra like 5 in there. I'm not bringing mine back."
She'll just kind of look at him, carefully reach in the bag, and then slowly slide the extra 5 across. Like, okay.
I appreciate you. Thank you. You can.
I'm poor. I'm sorry. It resurfaces.
Put it on my tab.
She gives you this deadpan stare, like she clocks that and is going to remember it. Noted.
Yeah. Hopefully you can make that money when he's still there.
You know I don't give a rat's behind about it. It's just Salvi.
No, it'd be funny if you tried to like. I'm getting off track.
Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking. We stop for tonight because now I got to prep a little Underdark mission. And then we have a short Underdark mission next time that I edit into one single episode. Does that sound good to everyone?
Actually, that's solid.
I did not think that we were going to the Underdark because but like when it was asked, I was like, well, where would the Drider go? Near Khan hasn't found him yet, so he's going back to where he's from. He's going to the Underdark. And so
maybe they got a fight pit.
Maybe they do.
I'm gonna wring your neck when I find you because I private messaged you about this garbage. I had questions for you.
Let's do one thing first.
Brutal.
And then after this, we'll cut it. As you all begin to make your way through the city, what are your passive perceptions again?
So dog shit.
Not you.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You're not here.
Okay,
Well,
sorry.
You don't even go here.
You don't even go here. You went here.
11.
10.
12.
Okay. So, Dalthy, you actually do see a figure darting back and forth in the shadows. Magda would also see it, because I assume she's... Actually, for now, let's have her going with the caravan, because I think that's going to make it narratively makes the most sense.
She never woke up from her nap.
Ooh. That could get...
We all get hunted down by a very angry goat.
You wake up!
I don't like this.
Okay.
What do I see? Shadow darting.
You see a figure darting in between the This looks an awful lot like what Magda pointed out in the Rat's Lair. that figure that was like that had just ducked behind a corner, the one you decided not to pursue.
Your plan.
Are you following us? Show yourself.
Silence.
As soon as the thing tries to dart again, I'm gonna hit him with one of my paralysis things. Or walk.
How long did it just lasts a round, right?
Yeah, it just lasts around. So as soon as I see him, I do that, and then am I on the horse? I assume. Get that guy.
All right, fine. What are you trying to do to me?
Do I punch him?
Yeah, wait,
Hey,
hold.
look. It's you I want to talk to. Don't punch, all right?
Which you? Him? You?
The one that said he wanted to punch me, all right?
Hello.
I mean, I
all
don't
right.
want to. I just
And
don't know
there
if I
is a
need
very
to.
very short man in front of you.
Do I recognize this man?
Like my height?
Yeah, like maybe a little taller than you, but like right about that same height. Like we're talking maybe 4 feet tall. All right, okay. Just want to talk to you, okay? Is that all right? Is it okay to talk?
Well, you can
These
talk
days-
to. Well, if you want to talk to him, that's fine. But you do anything weird, I'll suck
All
the
right,
blood out
so
your
define
eyeball.
weird then.
Yeah, I mean, just so you're clear, he will eat you.
All right, just define weird. I mean, you know where if you recognize me, you know where I was. Like, just define weird, okay?
Anything that might bring harm to us in any way.
Hey, sometimes harm is a good thing.
All right, I'm going to hit him.
Right.
You were by that door with the others, weren't you?
No, I wasn't with them.
Oh,
I don't know why, but
I
I
was watching
vividly
them for a couple
remember that.
seconds, but I
I can
wasn't
make
with
him more
them.
compliant.
What?
She said she could make you more compliant.
Hey, listen, I'll comply, all right? Like I said, you know where I was.
All right.
All right, the point of all of this. And he kind of like awkwardly bows, but like kind of tries to keep eye contact with Bova, so it's like this weird like Giuseppe Aventis at your service.
Do I know this name?
Bless you.
No, but you will. You will.
Okay.
Premier promoter extraordinaire.
A promoter. How do you know of me?
Well, let's just say I saw a certain underground fight that was little above ground.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Hey, listen. Only one man as meaty as you. Meaty and horny. I mean, like, horns. I mean, you got horns.
I really miss
Hmm.
the eloquence of Nia Khan's speech.
All right, I can try it. I mean, Wagwan. That was the guy who was fighting with you down in the rat's nest, right?
You ever do that again?
On the clock.
I'll cut your fingers off.
I'm actually gonna fucking riot right now. This is crazy.
I mean you no disrespect, but you might need to talk to my manager.
Oh, gods.
Dalby looks at you and goes, "You're the manager?"
Damn it to the nine hells.
Technically,
I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I was. Who's your manager?
This delightful ball of frightening right here.
Oh, Miss Compliance.
mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get back on my horse.
On
I'm
the high
gonna-
horse.
You're gonna do what to your horse?
What is it that you're wanting?
El Toro, can you hold his hand down? I just one finger.
I mean, he's your
Oh.
height. If you want to hit him,
No, I want to cut off a finger, and I know he'll move.
Oh, all right. Hold on.
Oh, I thought you meant something entirely different with that.
I'm
He
gonna
said
kill him.
finger, not
I'm
knuckle.
gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
We might. I don't see how, but he might be useful. Bear with us for a second.
Listen. All right. Miss Compliance. What name could I call you by?
Salve.
To whom do I owe the pleasure of this acquaintance?
She already said it, Salvi.
Oh, pardon, I couldn't hear you over the deafening sound of how epic I am. Never mind, I heard a kid say it once. I thought it would sound. You know what? Never mind. Let's
Y'all would
forget
see-
that happened.
Y'all would see that her pink eyes, like her hot pink bubblegum eyes, start to shift to a slightly deeper red, and she's just staring at him. Nothing else changed.
All right, to the point. Okay. Listen, I can make your man big. I can make him like.
He's already big.
I'm not that type of performer.
No.
Damn it, Will.
Not trying to make you any like dancing bull or anything. Not what I'm going for.
No, you mean a big name, right?
I mean a big name. I'm talking. I could have him fighting in. I could have him fighting in Gathon, in Balshidor, in Threzdul. I could
He
have him
stole
fighting
that
in
map.
Threzdul.
Do you have a card?
Well, you know,
That's a no. Do you have any other way to get in touch with you?
I was kind of hoping that maybe, you know, I could come along and promote as we go. Grassroots, you know, grassroots. That's how promotion goes these days. Big advertising dollars they're out.
What do you get
grassroots
out of it?
campaigns. What?
And what do you get out of it?
Listen, what I get out of it, I get dream. I get my. I'm down to one last chance, and I hope it's you.
Philatides? What the?
What?
Fill out TDs.
Who's that?
What?
Uh,
Phil!
No,
Hercules.
no. I already told
All right.
you. I'm
Salvi?
Giuseppe Aventus. Phil.
Salvi, he
You
has a
promote some other
dream.
guy.
That means he doesn't want money. Cool.
Well, what experience do you have with this sort of work?
I've promoted a few
Inside check.
in
Sis
roll me
with that.
insight.
Haha. 18 plus 2. Dirty 20.
Okay, could you roll me a history check actually as well?
Okay. That is also an 18 plus 4.
Excellent. Between what you know of history
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of the general like politics and current deals of the day, right? Specifically investing in some fighting of late. You've heard some things. Giuseppe Aventus, that name, it's ringing a bell. He has trained some others, and they have all flopped.
Mm. Phil. Oh. I'm not usually one to wait. Bova, what do you think? This is ultimately your call.
I mean, getting my name out there would be nice, but I'm not willing to give up my coin for a hope and a prayer. So, if he proves himself, I'd be willing to have him accompany us. But let's see how he handles the next fight for me. If he fails and flops on that, then we are done with him. If he does good, we can continue. See what happens.
There's a caravan on its way out of town. Find the caravan and then we'll join you shortly.
Excellent.
Just
All
let
right.
Min Eric know that we sent you.
And please, it is my name you're spreading. Be respectful.
Respectful. All right, I got you. Decorum. That's what we call it where I'm from. Decorum.
I bet you
know.
can't spell it.
Decorum.
Damn.
What?
He goes, I bet you can't spell it.
Taldy just does not like this guy.
DEFUCKYOU, buddy.
Now I like this guy.
Yeah. I like being right. Get him out of my sight.
I got 2 words for you. I can spell.
We have
For
a friend.
copyright reasons, his name is not Phil.
We have a friend to get to. Goodbye.
All right, well, just so you know, when you get there, I'm telling you what, your name's already
I said good day.
Your name's gonna precede you!
You have a very short temper, Taldy.
No, it's.
But
I'm agitated because things are knocking on the door,
oh,
and I want my friend.
All right. So, you all begin making your way toward the doors of death. And as you all make your way there, near Khan, oh, Mir Khan, I need to address some things with you very quickly.
Roll better.
I'm in trouble. Oh no. Oh.
You have no idea. So, you spend days tracking this being until finally you make your way to the place where you are fairly certain it has gone. The land quakes beneath you as you near the place. A sort of cave mouth. The air turns cold. Not a chill of the wind, but something else. The pillars, as it were, of land, a large foothill branching into the soon to become mountains, has a tear in it, and that's what it looks like. As if the earth has torn itself open to reveal a cave. There are scrawlings on some of the stones in the area. Do not follow the Forsaken. The bones of the land remember what was buried. You see holy symbols that have been scratched out. Runes of a make that you have never seen. But then you see the tracks. It definitely went in this cave. How do you interact with these surroundings?
Nircon isn't one for religious things. He's not an entirely faithful man, but he does know where his morals lie, where his intentions are set, and the way that he needs to, carry about his life. And a lot of that has been detailed to him in similar artifacts, in runes sketched in stone, and other different symbols and artifacts and whatnot. So I think he's curious. As the camera pans to him, he's crouching really low with his trident aloft, and he sees all these things, and he's going to see if any of it can give him some more information about the being he is hunting.
Give me. I would say give me a religion check. Even though you're not a religious person, this would be a relatively religiously geared check.
Okay. I'm gonna roll it in person here.
Excellent.
Pink
Love
die.
to see it.
Ooh, 15. Not bad
Okay.
for an unreligious man.
Absolutely. You're able to make out one of the holy symbols, as well as a couple other things I'll get to. But one of the holy symbols is Ortos. You don't know much about him, as he's not a god of the sea, but you've heard that he once made his home in the depths of the earth. It seems as though this was one of the first holy symbols that was scrawled and then marked out on these stones. You also notice the runes, the aforementioned runes that you specifically went to look at, are in a language you do not speak. However, you, with a 15, recognize it as somewhere between infernal and abyssal.
Ooh.
Some sort of proto-fiend language. And unfortunately, that is all you are able to gather from the runes themselves.
Uh-huh. Okay. And he looks around, taking note of these different things and thinking on Ortos and thinking of some of the other gods and whatnot that they kind of took refuge in the earth, in the sea, in the elements, in the primordial. He's going to think, if this cave stepper dwells in the darkness, then he ain't the biggest fish in the ocean. And he's going to creep forward, start entering the cave, and put on some war paint.
Let's go! All right. As you... Let me get my notes here. As you begin to enter, you take note of some of the carvings on the inside of this archway that looks like a tear in the earth. Depictions of tall, elongated beings with sunken eyes and stretched limbs staring toward the sky in agony. Some resemble stories you've heard since being on land of the ancients, whatever they really are. But others look wrong. They don't look like they could have been from those same stories. But what? You're not sure. A constant hum resonates through the cavern as you enter, like voices speaking just below perception. I will need. I will need a. Where did I put them? Okay. I will need a strength or dex check from
Okay.
you. Either one.
Strength or dex? I'll go with maybe some athletics. Is it straight
Athletic. Why?
athletics? Okay.
Absolutely. And yeah,
Oh,
anytime I just give a general stat, you can totally ask if a skill you have would apply.
okay, cool. That is going to be 23.
Okay. All right. Then several hours later, maybe days, you're not sure. The rest of the group comes across this same scene. Tracks don't seem visible to you at first, but this is definitely the thing that the I'm blanking. The silver fang? The silver fang must have been referencing over the sending stone. While there are no tracks, how do you all interact with this area?
We can't see anything other than like basically that we know that this area is where we're supposed to be finding things.
No, you would see the same things that Near Khan saw earlier.
Gotcha. So markings and everything.
Markings, scrawlings, holy symbols, runes, even the carvings if you get close enough.
Am I able to see if they're of either a celestial or infernal nature?
The runes?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't even have to make a check. You're very familiar with this type of thing. Only it does seem off to you that you have been trained to see fiends in terms of demonic or devilish. Or, rare third types. But this language that the runes seem to be written in, it's a combination of multiple sources, a combination of some infernal script, but some of the characters and words seem to be abyssal, and there's this kind of interplay between the two, and some runes that you've never seen before but seem to fit naturally into the language as written. As I said before, some type of proto-fiendish.
Am I able to make from, like, can I piecemeal anything together from what I'm seeing? Like, is it phrase? Is it prayer? Is it warning? Is it...
What language is it written in again? I'm sorry.
I would call it proto-fiendish.
Okay, so that's okay. Making sure.
I'm sure one of these days I'll come up with an actual name for it, but my linguistics background says, oh, it's a proto-language. We'll just kind of call it proto something.
I don't have any spells that would help. I'm sorry.
Give me a an intelligence check, Douthie. I'm gonna have to ask. Never mind. That doesn't pertain.
The what?
Doesn't pertain. It was a thought from. Just go ahead.
I get advantage on some things based on like fey, fiends, and undead. Does that matter here?
Read me the specifics again.
It's based on the instance. It's like to recall information about fey fiends or undead.
I'd say I'll allow it to apply on this one.
Okay.
Not sure if this is to recall information on them, but we'll say it's relevant enough.
Well, I rolled an 18 and a 16, so 18 plus. Is that just my intelligence modifier then?
Yeah, unless you think that something would apply. You can always ask if a skill applies, but
We'll go with 21 would work.
okay. 21. You see you see a couple phrases. You see where did I put that one? The weight of the world is borne by those below. You see oh shoot, I had a thing and it left my brain. Okay, well, I guess you don't see that then. And finally, you see a list of symbols that seem to be anachronistic of names. I think I used that word right. But not names themselves. One, you're not sure how, but you recognize a particular symbol that seems to you to speak the words, the Frozen King. This symbol seems to be dully glowing, along with two others. You can't make out what they are.
Douthie will take a deep breath. He'll draw his blade, breathe out, light it with radiance. His other hand will just simply punch that one rune, and he'll just say, "We have to find our friend."
I mean, is he in here? How do you know?
I have been lucky enough to roll low damage each time I've been doing my stuff, so I'm grateful for that. Anyway, I'm not quite sure if he is, but we know that he's headed for the below, and, well, this, according to the Silver Fang, right? Is that what the Stonehead said?
I believe so.
That we're supposed to head down, and I didn't see any other places. Is Serena, you mind staying up top with the horses?
Yes, I can do that. And I'm going to insert information from that I forgot earlier, and I'm saying now through Serena. So, did you see? That's one. And she gestures to a particular phrase that says in this proto-fiendish language, "A firmament of our own."
I did. I couldn't understand it a little bit ago, though, so thank you for helping me work that one out. I greatly appreciate that. Your intelligence and wisdom knows no bounds. That's not good. That
No.
couldn't mean what I think it means, right?
I think it does.
Do you want to go
Our
again?
people have had to have known about this, right? This isn't.
It looks like perhaps our people have tried. And she points to some of the holy symbols and prayers that are etched into the stone, painted on it, etc. And then, by some means, erased or marked out.
Damn. Well, if our boy's down here, we need him out. I need him out.
You seem to have grown very attached very quickly.
I mean, they did fight each other. Bonds grow from combat.
Really?
Hmm.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm just afraid to fight the big guy here.
I mean, I have no weapons. You could slay me.
You always
Well-
say that, and then people walk away very hurt.
That's
Shit
my
happens.
point. Regardless, yes, I have gotten attached. I would, if any of you were on your own, I would also like to think that we would come find you as well. And if it were me, well, I'd like to believe, praying to whatever gods would answer, that you would do the same. So,
We would make sure we return you to your box.
thank you.
Alive.
Thank you. Shall we press on?
Is it immediately dark in there?
Well, I do have.
yeah.
I did light my katana, which
I also have fireflies if we need it.
20 feet of bright light.
Yeah, so what's odd that you notice pertaining to the light is that whereas in most places, like most mouths of caves, you're going to have a little bit of light into the cave from the outside. This space works in reverse. There is actually a sort of an ambient field of darkness that sort of spills out of the cave into the place where it should be light.
That's cool.
Well, down and in.
Down and in.
For lack of better words, absolutely.
What,
But they're
what is that,
accurate.
what does that do to his light then?
Yeah, is my blade still shining 20 feet of bright light, or
Actually, that's a great question. I
It is
don't
radiant.
believe it is. Is it magical light?
it is?
It's magical light.
'Cause
Okay.
because it's radiant.
Okay. Yeah, so if it's magical light, then no, it is not drowned out by the darkness. But
Fireflies.
Perfect. So we've got radiant light and fireflies just everywhere.
and I will say that so basically if you have a radius of 20-foot bright light and then an extra 10 feet dim light, the dim light is darkness and the bright light is dim light.
No, it just says 20 feet bright light.
All right, then it's going to be 20 feet of dim light
Okay.
for this area.
Perfect. Hey, who can see best in the dark? Or are we all just going in and hoping for the best?
I have dark vision of my form of dread, but that's just that way, and I've only got 2 of those.
Yeah, we don't need to do anything spectacular. I'm just questioning who, if anybody could.
Minotaurs do not have dark vision.
No, no dark vision.
But
That's
I can't get
interesting.
lost.
Hey, okay, that's good. We'll take that. Well, I guess I'll go first.
All
Yeah,
right.
and
you do it.
as you start that way, Serena like kind of grabs your arm and says, "You might want to warn them what they are about to be getting into."
How would one put it into words? You face mortal dread. It's life or death either way. What matters to them, or is that the point? Mind you, he's not whispering. He's saying this out loud. He looks over. He goes, "Oh yeah."
It's definitely. Then I will die as one of them.
Yeah. Except the opposite, where it's
Right,
like,
right.
where I said the Legolas parts out loud.
Josh, what would Salvi know? Could I do either a history or religion check? Can I do that?
Absolutely, yes.
Which?
Yeah, hey, so demonic stuff is a firmament. We know that already, but it looks like this says that they could be doing some of this stuff of their own.
19 plus things? Is it history
Yeah, it
or religion?
depends, whichever one you choose, they will give you different sets of information.
History.
Okay.
That's a 23.
Okay, 23. Okay. Yeah, you've heard stories about places where the Death Hunters couldn't even breach the darkness. They even as well known as they are for combating fiendish forces, there are places in the world that have become so dark in this age of darkness that they even with the help of all of their prayers and all of their gods have been unable to diminish the darkness, have been unable to drive it back underground. You would also recognize when Douthie just said firmament, you would know what the firmament is, or was before the shattering.
Yeah.
Finally, you would. Well, I'd say that's pretty good for the. Well, it was a 23. Let's see. I'll give you one more thing. You don't know what the what the symbols themselves are, but you see a couple of those runes. Several of them in a row, a few of them glowing, and they look like nominal sigils. And you would know a nominal sigil is something that some ancient peoples used to do in the Age of Strife to grant their true name protection, like an Egyptian cartouche.
Okay. Huh. Wonder if this is a grave.
It can't be.
As long as it's not Oz.
Are you sure?
Douthie will point to the rune that he punched, and he'll just say, "I'm sure."
All right, alley-oop. Down we
The
go.
rune that he points to is one of them that is in that format of like the nominal sigil.
Gotcha. I hear you. I 100% do. However, we're here for a thing. So Salvi's, interesting. Like she catalogs it, 100% catalogs it, but down and in, alley-oop.
Okay. And you will also, as you enter, see those elongated, stretched forms with sunken eyes along the inside of the cave mouth. I would like, well, let's see.
Bit unsettling.
I feel like I should make some kind of wisdom
If we
save.
start moving forward, I'd like to make sure that I'm going at a pace where I'm smart enough to look down and, watch my step, as it were, looking for things that could possibly hurt me, whether organic or not.
Okay. All right. So then I would say that would be a slow pace, which gives you like buffs to perception checks, as well as it does half your speed. So you all also, as you enter, hear this constant hum. Again, to reiterate, like voices speaking just below perception.
Does anybody know, is it message? What does that... How many times are you able to do such a wonderful thing?
Oh, that's one of those things that's easy, like breathing.
Oh, okay.
But I have to see them.
Oh, you have to see them?
Mhm.
Damn. So I can't, draw a really bad picture of Nia Khan, and that wouldn't...
Well,
Actually,
no, that's true. Since if it's to Nir Khan, then it just depends on whether or not he's in that room.
well, I'm just questioning, distance and seeing, maybe instead of shouting, we can get, something a little bit more subtle.
Above table, 120 feet.
Okay. I guess, every 50 feet, are you okay with giving it a try to see if we can see where our fishy friend is, if he's near?
I can give it a shot.
I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. So she'll start, message Nir Khan, and waiting. I'm not sure.
You do not hear a reply.
Either he's dead or he's not there.
There's an interstellar moment where I wanted to be like, can you turn your truth setting down by 10%?
What are you doing, Dave?
Oh, that was good. All right. Well, let's hope it's the latter.
Mm-hmm.
El Toro,
Yes.
are you in the back?
Figured I was in the middle. Sounded like you were leading.
Yes, but sorry, I wasn't looking behind me as I was asking this question.
So the way I have it set up is you're in the front with your sword, so light. I got two of the firefly orbs above the top of our party, one going about 20, 30 yards in front of you to just add a little bit more. It with his magic, it would only be a dim light. And then behind us 20 feet, we have another tailing. So I have four.
All right. So if you're in the middle, keep your eyes open. Anything down here, they tend to be, from what I know and have dealt with, watch salvi.
Not like I'm used to this sort of thing, but if we're going into the cave, should we tie ropes around our torso, connecting each other to make sure no one falls?
Is this a Goonies thing?
I don't know what that is.
Oh no, it's like a young club that was gosh, what city was that in?
If you're into gooning, that's on you. I'm not really into that kind of thing, but
I was gonna make the joke in the private chat, bro.
Look, he's cataloging so much.
Yeah, excuse me, what is Goonies?
oh,
Well, I said Goonies.
my bad. Yeah, so I don't know if you want
I believe the idea is like a lifeline, as in on a ship, yes?
That's the idea, but I'm kind of reluctant because if I fall, I don't think either of you can save me.
Oh,
I'd
no.
cut the rope.
And I might be pulling you down with me.
Sorry, I didn't mean that to be so aggressively
10%
like.
on the truth! 10%!
Sorry, that came out so aggressive. It was just meant to be like I wouldn't survive it. I'd probably get pulled down. So like I'd cut. It was more of a self-preservation first.
Wow. Okay.
What? You said
It doesn't mean I would figure out how to get down there and save you from your paralyzed self. So I assume you wouldn't die completely, so I'd have to, come save you either way.
It would hurt. It would definitely hurt.
You'd probably land on Salvi. She'd probably be broken into many bits. And the rope idea is not a good one.
Okay. Moving on.
cataloging so much.
Moving forward.
The descent, and that is what it is a slow descent, is impossibly smooth.
Terrible movie.
As if something carved this tunnel from the rock like soft clay. The further you go, the more the air shifts. It's not musty or stagnant. It feels hungry, as if the world itself is breathing you in. Stone walls glisten, streaked with blackened veins that pulse with dim golden glow, like the dying embers of a fire too old to rekindle. I would like everyone to make me a strength or dexterity check.
I wonder what I'm gonna pick.
Definitely dex.
You joke,
Oh,
I too.
Oh, that's not advantage, right? Yeah, what am I doing? Well, a story must be told.
Just a check.
Just to check.
23.
Six. And I'm
I
good at
support him.
dexterity. This is crazy.
I'm sorry, we're rolling dexterity. My husband just
Dexterity or strength.
Dexterity or strength? Dexterity. Okay, cool. Dirty 20.
Okay. All right. Dalthi, as you all continue down this passage, this unbearably smooth passage, this unnervingly smooth passage, where the air is twinged with a pang of hunger. Your feet begin to... It feels like it's mud for a couple steps. And then the earth begins to swallow you. You're pulled downward. I would like a secondary check. Actually, I guess I'll make this one a save.
All right, what do we got?
Dex
Dexterity?
or strength save. Either one.
All right.
Can I assist?
I'm going to say not this time.
Jeez, man. The only reason I rolled one better than last time, and the only reason it's any higher is because it's a save and not just a check. A 9.
The DC was 10, bro.
Story must be told.
Dalthi, you are taken into the earth. Do you say or do anything as you are pulled under?
Um.
Minding that this does happen over like less than 5 seconds.
Just a quick. It's just a quick. Oh no, I don't die here! Damn you, devils!
And that echoes in the chamber. Once you are pulled down under, it echoes through the stone in a muffled, sort of warbled tone. And it is then that you all realize what that hum is. Voices of hundreds, of thousands, of numbers unknown that have been pulled into the earth, calling out from their graves. Are they ever able to rest? Are they alive? Are they dead? Somewhere in between. You see forms sort of stretching out under the smooth skin of this tunnel, writhing and calling out, voices or mouths moving voiceless. Douthie has become one of them. What do you all do?
I attempt to plunge my hand in the hole that he just went down into.
There is no hole.
What is happening?
So we can't see Douthie at all anymore?
Yeah, he's gone.
Shit.
You're muted. You're
You're
muted.
muted.
You see his form stretching out under the ground, becoming elongated, less humanoid than before.
I don't know what to do. Can I cast Cure Wounds?
You can certainly try.
Okay. She whistles a bullshit ditty somehow and casts Cure Wounds on Douthie. You get a D8.
Douthie, you do not take that healing, unfortunately.
Oh, you rapist.
El Toro's gonna go reach into his little makeshift utility belt he made. He's gonna pull out one of the flasks of oil. He's gonna put some silver that he grinded down from his coins inside of it and just splash it onto the floor for some silver oil to where he sees the body of Douthie. I was like,
Give me 1 second.
Not sure what we can do.
I'm sorry. Could you describe that to me one more time?
flask of oil. And I mixed silver with it to try to make it like cleansing in some way.
Oh, okay, I see.
Because I have no idea if this is an undead thing, a demon thing. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I have no holy water, so this is like
Yeah.
the next best thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, the silver was what I missed. I was like, okay, what's he doing with oil?
Rubbing it.
El Toro is the best.
I need to be glistening.
Number one. El Toro's lips is number one. El Toro's eyes is number one.
Always
Nacho
oil your
Libre?
meat, kiddos. Can we move on?
Nacho Libre, anyone?
Yep.
Dang. Tough crowd tonight, guys. All right, anyway. So, unfortunately, you waste a bit of silver as you pour this out across the ground, and it just sort of seeps into the ground as if it too has been devoured.
Well, I have no idea what
Uh,
I'm doing.
Salvi drops down, touches the ground. I cast Identify. What is this stuff?
The ground itself,
Wherever Salvi's being sucked in, or not Salvi, Dowdy's being sucked into.
yeah, it is. I mean, just the ground itself. So, identify gives. Oh, identify actually is that's only applicable to magic items, right?
You touch one object that you must. Yeah. You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement, whether you learn any spells are affected by the item and what they are. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Okay, so I would say you would know that it is, or at least was, earth. It was at one time just stone. However, it has been affected by. There's not really a school of magic for these things, but I would say it has been affected by both primordial magics and fiendish magics. Unfortunately, no spell per se, but the inherent magics of both of those ilks is the thing reeks of both of them.
Okay. I want to cast message through the dirt and straight into Dowdy, into Dowdy's head to all of the other personalities. Wherever the bean one is, you've got competition.
What can I do personally? Like, am I able to move? Am I able? Like, I have my. Do I still have my sword? It like, did the radiance do anything? What is?
Yeah, so we can get to you. I was gonna come back to you a little bit later, but we'll get to you now. Dalthy. You see nothing at first. You feel as though existence is something that is happening around you and not within you. Until you look around and it's almost as if you have woken up in a space between space, if that can be imagined, where you see on one side of you something you would very much like not to see: the infernal realms, the realms of the fiends. You see regions that seem kind of spaced out and cut off one from another. You see battlegrounds. You see horrendous, torturous things all throughout. On the other side of you, you see the prime material. You see the cave where you just were. You see touch points in various areas. You see your home where you grew up. You see a cavern similar to this one where something else happened, where you picked up your visitors. It was a waypoint. That's what it meant by firmament. You can move, but as I said, you're in a space between space. I would say message would be able to reach you as, I mean, technically it shouldn't because you're not truly in the prime material plane, but you're not outside of the prime material plane either. So I'm going to say it reaches you. You can move. You have your wits about you, but your form seems to be, it's like kind of like if you were moving through like molasses or honey.
And did you say that there are others also in like a similar state? Sort of like,
Yes, all around you, thousands, tens of thousands.
and they are trying to get out by going up?
I mean, trying to is hard to discern. There, you see them in various states of like, I don't want to say decay, but like being pulled apart. Yeah, not necessarily like stretched, but stretched. You know what I mean? As if they were not meant to live between planes.
I try to grab onto one with my non-sword hand. And I'm just like trying to be like, where are we? What is this?
You see eyes sunken in on, once again, this stretched out form, almost hollow, dark eyes that look back at you. The weight of the world is borne by those below. We are below.
Why is it always me?
You then see you see in the prime material a city overrun by jungle, really. You see monsters running rampant in this city where a civilization once was. You see a temple in its center, on the door of which there is what I'm going to now refer to, since it's been said, as a nominal sigil. It's the same sigil you punched earlier. A voice echoes in your mind and in this space between space. Why do you stray from your plane?
I didn't want to be here.
You have left my domain. But I know the ruler over that space wherein you are. I'll make a deal for you. But we'll have to tack something onto yours.
He goes to say something like snarky, and then he realizes, like, again, he's trying to like move and just can't. Nothing's working. Speak your terms, devil.
Find the city you see. Free me. You wish me to die, yes? How can you kill if I am not free?
He thinks for a moment. Quite literally. I'll make that deal. I will free you.
Visions on both sides of this firmament, as it were, go dark for minutes, hours, days. Who knows? We'll get back to that. Back on the prime material. What are you all doing again while
punching the
Dalby-
ground? Just Dalby.
I will say you do see like Dalby. Would I have been able to respond to that message or
Yes.
no?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. He would have said simply, "I have this. I will be here when you get back."
When we get back, Boba, I don't think he's coming back out anytime soon. That's not going to help.
Oh,
And even though his form is like elongated, you see him take his sword and sort of like he just holds it and sort of like he just starts meditating.
I mean, he looks a little taller.
Oh, he is. Huh. I wonder if that'll stick.
Call him Stretch. What do we do?
Well,
Just continue walking. Hope for the best.
I'm personally more worried about us not finding this spot again. But I suppose we need to look for Nir Khan.
Oh, we'll find it again. That's not a problem.
All right. Well, let's go look for him then. Dowdy says that he's not moving for whatever reason.
Great, we're down another man. Oh, cool.
Don't you start getting teary-eyed on me. This is precisely why I usually say we shouldn't bother with any
I
of this.
am used to knowing who my opponent is beforehand. We are in darkness. I am uncomfortable.
It's just basically two bards, one with muscle, one without, just through the Underdark. And we're walking forward. I don't know what I'm doing, so Salvi's looking at the ground, trying to look for any signs of any passersby or anything.
Firefly's still around us.
Blood trails, maybe. I don't know. She sits there trying to light something. All her magic can do is spark, though. So the second it goes to turn into a real flame, I imagine it gets swallowed.
Yes.
Non-magical.
Yeah. So she's.
Well, saves me a torch and candle. So stay close.
I suppose so. Let's see if we can find him.
And we keep walking.
Yep.
Excellent.
No statement has been made from the governor's office, and state police refuse to comment. It's clear by the family's reaction that some sort of tragedy has taken place. To recap, Dave
Somebody
Marr
watching
has
the
been
news?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
There's a tragedy taking place.
This just in. We just lost a man.
Sorry.
Man
you're good.
down. News at 11.
No, that was great.
It's perfect. Okay. You all continue your descent for what feels like hours until the cavern begins to widen a bit, revealing an immense pit, its edges lined with glowing silk that clings to the walls like veins. Suspended in the center, half wrapped in webbing, are several figures. Their breaths seem shallow. What you can see of their faces are contorted, eyes wide with horror. It's then that your eyes are drawn down toward the pit. Lying next to it are two figures. One, well, I should say three figures, two of which are a giant spider and a Durgar. Dead. The third is near Khan, bleeding out.
How far down are they? And is it like just a drop, or is it like a slope?
Think of it as no, don't remember what that's called. There is a slope until a certain point, and then it just near Khan and the two the Durgar and the spider are all like maybe within like 10 to 15 feet of that.
Okay. Boba is going to pull out his rope and a spike, and he's just going to take it and just like punch the spike in the ground and tie the rope off to it. Selvi, wait here, just in case. But if I need to continue, come down to me. I'm going to check on Nir Khan. I don't know if you can heal from a distance, but I'll see what I could do. And El Toro is going to just like hold on to the rope and just do like a slide down while holding his fingers into the rocks, just like grinding into them. And as soon as he gets to the edge and his hips go over the edge, he's going to grip onto the rope and just lower himself down.
Okay. As you do this, could you make me a dexterity save or check? Yeah.
I like the way you said that.
Let's do save. Saves tend to be higher.
Doesn't matter. Natural 20.
Okay, excellent. For a total of?
If it's just a save, it's 22.
Okay. Okay.
You got quiet.
You get down to where Nir Khan is. You get down to where Nir Khan is.
Nir Khan, are you okay? I'm gonna try to like just smack him. No, I would like to attempt like a medical check of any kind.
Absolutely.
Which is nothing. 13.
Okay. All right. No, I think that is that only with a medicine kit or healer's supplies or whatever that's a 10 DC.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I have stuff, but I don't think I have a medical kit. That was Scorn.
Yeah, I think there's a healer's kit that basically makes it a DC 10 medicine check to stabilize. But with a 13, you would know Nirkan is unconscious. Whatever fight happened, this he was hit hard a lot. Like this isn't just a it wasn't just this Dwerger and spider that killed him. There was more. You also see that his blood that is still continuously running out of his body is nearing the edge of the pit. And at this point, at this proximity, you can see that the pit seems to be faintly, just ever so faintly glowing. Glowing's an odd word because much like the cave mouth, this is emitting tendrils of darkness rather than light.
How far is Nirkan from Salvi? I don't know if Salvi even has any healing.
I'm up top. I have to touch you. I can cast aid, but that only gives you 5 points.
I'm going to tie him onto my back, and I'm going to attempt to climb up with him on me to get to Salvi.
Okay.
So we could do medical treatment. I have nothing.
As you do that, your foot touches something somewhere between slick and sticky. Seconds later, Salvi, you see movement above you.
What kind?
Lots of little creatures skittering across the stones. What you would imagine to be spiders on hundreds of webs that form a network around this area.
I'm going to try something dumb. See, it's spiders, right? They're about like this big, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I cast Speak with Animals on myself and then start strumming an itsy bitsy spider-esque tune that I don't have prepared.
Okay.
And I start just like skipping down the walking path that I'm going, like trying to draw everything away from Bova and Nirkan.
Give me a performance check.
$25.
All right. Your magic resonates through the space, amplified by the instrumentation and lyrical finesse. Your words reach the minds of these creatures. Out of curiosity, I know you don't have anything prepared. What is the general theme or message in the song?
I am full on Pied Pipering these things for a fun time to dance.
Okay. You hear hundreds of tiny legs skittering across stone. They move almost as if they were the walls themselves into the narrower tunnel, stacking themselves 2 or 3 on top of each other, trying to grope their way toward the song as you skip back up toward the entrance. You hear certain it's hard to say words when spiders have an intelligence of like 1.
Well, something else too is that Speak with Animals doesn't actually let me understand them. They can't speak back.
I thought that it allowed you to gain like basically like emotive responses.
You're right. Never mind. Ignore me.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, they definitely they don't have a language or anything. It's not literal words, but I thought that it was kind of like, you hear certain responses echoing through the group. It's hard to translate directly. It doesn't really work. But something like the whispers, the rumors, the stories, and the return, the female leader, one might even say queen, as they follow you. El Toro, you, as they are echoing these things. First of all, as Salvi begins to speak spider, like her jaws sort of contort in strange ways, sort of cracking and being pulled under the strain of reforming almost into mandibles. the combination of clicking and a whispered tone that seems to again amplified by the music echo in the chamber like like stones grating against each other. It is, to put it lightly, off-putting, echoed by thousands of spiders in the chamber, all chanting back to her.
She's my friend. She's my friend. She's my friend. She's my friend. As I make my way up, and the spiders, are all the spiders going in one direction?
They are. They seem to all be following Salvi.
I'm going to call Salvi back, but right before she comes back, I'm going to send the fireflies into the spider webs to light them on fire.
Okay. As you do that, the light that you see illuminates a couple other figures that before you had not seen. Massive spiders, maybe 10, 20 feet tall.
I can't set Near Khan down. I got to get to Salvi, but I'm just going to be in a readied fighting stance as I creep over to her with the fires ablazing.
At this, Douthie, you there? Hey, buddy.
Don't smile.
You
Me what?
After your vision going dark again, you feel something pressing against your body until it pulls and breaks the ground around you, ripping itself open to push you back through. You see Salvi.
Was I able to hold on to the person that I was grabbing onto, or no? Ooh, he got out the chest of dice.
You were not.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, you poor bastard.
It was a very slim chance, and I rolled relatively high.
That's
on
fair.
that percentile dice. You see Salvi chanting this disastrous tune, if you heard earlier what I said about it. Thousands of spiders chanting back to her. Oh yeah, and also her jaws are kind of like unhinged and cracking in weird ways.
Did I hear something about setting things on fire?
That would be happening as you like come into the prime material.
Gotcha.
Why are you all so destructive? I have them calm.
I'm just trying to get the vibe of what's happening. That's where I'm at. Like trying to gauge. Okay.
I was just trying to make like a flame perimeter so they didn't come back as you came to help heal.
Douthie will sort of shrug everything off. Do I have... is everything fine? Relatively, like, I have my faculties, like, I'm good, and I'm like, all right. He looks down. He sort of just spits at the ground, but also looks and just goes, sorry, everyone. And then he'll charge forward to stand next to Salvi, which I assume, El Toro, if you're looking up, you'll see the light sort of get closer to her as I run. Hey, where's the big guy? What are you doing?
She doesn't stop the singing or the playing, but she looks down the holes like...
You know, if you're not the most horrifying thing I've ever seen, so I can't be upset, but wow, what a show! Well, are you good?
She pauses for like a very brief second. The jaw reforms. I'm fine. Get him out.
Is that the fish on your shoulders? Yeah, just be careful. She's got everything good. Just like, right? Is this what good looks like?
Big.
Bova, as you try to get those words out near Khan. Well, actually, I'll say first, you hear a massive surge of some energy from the chamber you just came from, Bova and Salvi, and Douthie, where they just came from. A massive surge of some type of energy. You see darkness erupt through all of the chambers. All of you go entirely blind. Near Khan, you surge back to life in these moments, entirely dark around you. The last thing you remember, you were almost killed. You were almost being killed by the spider, its rider, and all of its children. How do you enter the world again?
Was I dropped to like 0 HP by this thing?
You were, but you are now at full HP. You feel great.
It might take me a second to process that. What's going on, man? Oh, this is crazy.
Oh, Near Khan, welcome. I'll have you up in a jiffy. Almost there, a few feet away.
What? No. What happened? Wait, get off me, man! And
You're on me.
I guess I start helping, or I climb myself up, up or out, wherever we are.
Yeah. I release him from the knot on my back and let him crawl over it up above me.
Does he hear my sound?
Yeah, you hear her song.
Is it a crazy song?
It's like boss fight music.
Sounds like a spider singing.
Well, so far they haven't been really that provoked to violence, except for wait, I think I heard something about some flames or setting things on fire.
That was the webs after they left. They were away. I didn't want to burn anyone. I just wanted to hey, fuck off.
I do believe I said that light illuminated those other forms for you, though, didn't I? I think I said something like that.
I mean, I was unconscious, but I think
I don't think so. Wrong.
So.
Oh, come on.
You have a couple of choices here. You can engage in some fisticuffs with thousands of spiders spawn. Or you can get the heck out of Dodge.
Who?
Yeah, I think it's time we go.
Are you guys out of the thing yet?
Oh yeah, did we crawl out?
Yeah. Salvi, you hear someone say, or one of the creatures, a much larger sounding one, say,
Hagrid.
Screw you, man.
That was good. That was A1.
Sticks off.
Fire! Queen, stop them!
Bro.
Oh, I'm going to have a serious talk with every single one of you. She starts runs.
All right.
Dalby looks at you and goes, "Who's in a hole?"
For lack of better words there. All right, so I'm gonna need everybody. If you guys are getting out of there, I would like everyone to make me an athletics check.
I will do that. And you know what? Because this is fun and I don't really care right now, I'm going to go ahead and activate my form of dread. You all see that same dark red at the base of her hair slides into her eyes, down her face, her neck, over her torso, pulls along the sides of her waist, and shoots out 2 extra arms on either side. As she drops to the ground, her head knocks backwards, and she's scuttling on 8 limbs. I cast Expeditious Retreat.
Damn. Just.
I love it. All right. As you all see,
Could I also say that while she does that, she kind of picks up Dalby. No time to apologize. Slams him on her back, and they just.
Ooh.
He's small.
absolutely, I'm
you're
just
creepy.
terrified at that.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm thinking, how would I react to that?
As you do that, can I do something?
You sure can.
All right, from the back of this, like the the way that you've described yourself, Salvi. Obviously, his sword being lit with radiance. First off, El Toro and Nirkan with us or still behind us?
We're still behind you.
Okay, then never mind.
I mean, like they're close enough at this point. It's vaguely like, pretty close proximity, but.
Gotcha. I would do a diagonal with this in that case, and he would just say, "Rising sunflowers, scorching earth," and he would just raise his sword, and essentially the radiance, like a beam of like 15 feet of radiant flame, essentially go out in that direction just to sort of as a stopper. If there's anything in there, it's a deck save. If not, it's just meant to be leave us the fuck alone.
Well, the first swarm rolled a natural 1. Yeah, Kelsey. First swarm.
As soon as he does his fire trick, I'm going to assist and scatter the rest of my oil everywhere in the direction where the spiders are.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to, with like as strong as possible, without knocking anything over, strong as possible, I'm going to take my oil and just scatter everywhere and hope some of it touches have some of it touch the flame so it all ignites into a wall of fire to add to
15 damage.
Huh?
15 damage.
Okay. All right. You see several in that first bit of spiders go up in flames. As the oil spreads across, you see that die needs to be done. That die needs to die. You see several, like almost like waves. Again, I said there were thousands that just sort of like crawling over top of each other, going up in flames, more trying to crawl over the ones that are on fire, catching fire, until finally they've kind of stacked themselves up high enough that the flames no longer reach them, and they're just skittering, just running towards you. At this point, you see the large ones sort of having to pull their legs in to get through the space. What are those athletics checks, guys?
How big are the large one's legs?
I mean, like this way or like this way?
Diameter, thickness.
Okay, yeah.
Even though I'm on the back of Salvi, do I still have to make a check?
You make a strength check. Well, athletics. Yours is to hold on to her. The rest is to like run, and the leg strength. Yours is to hold on to her.
My athletics would be a 21.
21, excellent.
18.
Okay, got an 18, 19, 21, and Douthie?
14.
Okay, 14 is enough to hold on to her, though.
Oh, finally I got one good one.
I was nervous about you, bro.
You keep making me do strength stuff, but it's funny because I failed the deck stuff earlier.
I know. Okay, so you all are able to make it back to the entrance and out. As you do, the spiders begin to try to follow you. And as soon as they come out of that sort of residual field of darkness and dim light, you see in the sun, they just catch fire. All lighting up in flames. The larger ones even coming out and first putting out a leg, it begins to catch fire and incinerate. The spider pulls itself back into the dark or into the dim lighting, like almost kind of like breaking off a bit of twig that's caught fire to keep it from all burning. It just breaks off its own leg, and it begins to kind of heal itself back as it pulls into the darkness. The spiders cry out,
Queen betrayed us!
and begin to pull themselves back. Into
I
the
think
dark.
they mean you.
Well, this
Don't
is,
remind
you
me.
wouldn't understand that one. That's in there. Only she understands what they're saying.
She just kind of slowly rolls you off of her, stands up, and she's about 6 foot tall right now. It's just stretched and very, very thin. She just, well, that's going to be interesting later. Slowly popping all of the joints back.
And now you all realize Nir Khan ran out of this place with you. You watched him dying, bleeding out. And now he is better than when you saw him last.
Without like trying to remove any of his clothes, can I inspect like any of his exposed skin? Is there anything different about him?
Roll me a perception check.
Perception plus 0, so only a 12.
You don't seem to notice anything different. I mean, you do remember when you were down rescuing him, he seemed to have some pretty big gashes, and cuts. But that seems to be scarred now. All of the wounds closed.
Bova, when did you learn healing magic?
I do not know. I punch things. I don't think I did that.
Yeah, who was it who healed me? I must give my thanks. That was quite nice.
I mean, I embraced you with my, my shoulder blades. Just hugged you while climbing up that hole.
Nir Khan, you remember something when everything went dark. It's all cloudy now. But there was a voice. Something in the dark that pushed you back. You don't think it was Bova. Probably wasn't him. Something outside of what you know.
I think there are some dark forces here at work. I don't think it was any of y'all who healed me.
What gave that away? All the darkness?
Speaking of which, is there any way to close this?
Close.
I think people have been trying to. That's what I said at the beginning, Darthy.
Well, I know, I'm talking about physically actually collapsing, not necessarily
I think that's what she means.
Look at it. It has been torn open. This is not something that is just a cave that formed. If we close it, it will open itself again. It will tear through the rocks we use to seal it.
Do we want to engrave somewhere in common? Death trap, spiders, dirt eats people.
Actually, that's probably for the best. Nirkon's gonna go to work. Maybe a few steps before you get to the cave. Before you see all the other crazy runes, he just takes a couple steps, further from that, and then maybe in some wood, or maybe in some stone or something. He'll carve a warning in common.
So do you do it in wood or in stone? This will make a difference on some things.
Stone.
You carve a warning. What does it say?
Don't open dead inside. No. I think I'll just write powerful dark magic cannot be tamed is the only word that comes to his mind.
Could I also have Salvi write a little something?
Yes, you can. This would be happening simultaneously.
He goes with verbal message. She just rips out a piece of paper from her notebook, draws a very kindergarten-esque spider with a little angry face on it, and sticks it up somewhere.
Okay. Nir Khan, you finish carving this into the stone. And within a few seconds, you see the stone morph around it. You see the new writing says, "Enter for power beyond your dreams." Salvi, you stick up your piece of paper, and almost immediately the earth pulls it into itself.
Well, I tried. Turn around, walk away.
I think Nir Khan just looks at it for a second. It really ponders. He just goes, "You can try and try, but darkness has a way of disobeying the rules." And I think he'll just turn and start walking.
And as he does, we will pick up next time. Way to avoid all of that, guys. Thank you, guys, and thank you all for watching and joining us. This has been recorded in 2 parts, as you could probably tell by our outfit change and whatnot. We had some things to do first session, so it cut short, so we just did another short session. Next time, it will all be one again. So anyway, that was, I don't know why I said all that. I'll probably edit it out.
Someone was going to ask. So.
It's true. All right. So all that said, we love you all. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, keep looking for legends.